out. It's not your job to try to figure out what's going through my mind or what you can get up out of me or how you can figure out how to manipulate situations. No, we're not here for that. Okay, so if you brothers are feeling rejected, count it all count it all glory, man. It's a good thing. Because why would you want to be in league with the people in the world when they have nothing but death and judgment coming? So it's good to separate yourselves from that, man. Like I said, when you talk to people, you can tell off the back that they don't really accept you and they look at you like you're a waste of time or that you're beneath them because of their so-called experiences versus yours. But these people don't know you from a can of paint. And you can't let that make you insecure, man. You got to be one within yourself, and you have to stand up through that. You have to believe in yourself and have confidence that you are good enough because the Lord chose you to be in His truth, man. Like, hey, the disciple said it. He was like, why thou speakest to them in parables? And the Lord told the disciples, He said, because it was given it to you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it was not given. All right, so I got a couple of precepts here, brothers, because in a minute, hey, these people are going to literally be bowing at your feet, man, looking for answers. Looking to big you up, looking to be around you. And that's when you get to talk the big shit. That's when you get to put the big boy pants on, so to speak. And you get to kind of walk around with your chest out. Because in a time coming, we going to understand on how to navigate because the Spirit of the Lord is going to guide us. Wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times. So fuck how you look to these motherfuckers, man. They not important because, hey, just as they look down on us, we look down on them too. Even more greatly so. Because they don't know shit about Yahweh Shai. But you do. You got the kingdom. You got the keys to the kingdom of heaven. They don't. All right. So this is the book of 1 John 3. And I'm going to start at verses 1. It says, behold, what manner of love the Father hath bestowed upon us that we should be called the sons of the Most High. Do you know what type of privilege that is to be called a son of the living power? To be called sons of God? Do you know what type of privilege that comes with? Do you understand what type of power that comes with that? Being called the sons of Yahweh Shai. Okay? The average person, they can't be called that. Why? Because the Most High is not dealing with them. Okay? Because He didn't give them the understanding and wisdom of this truth as He has bestowed unto us. Lord's will, we continue to hold on to it. But it says, beloved, now we are the sons of the Most High. Matter of fact, Salakia, it says the sons of the Most High, therefore the world knoweth us not, because it knew Him not. So we're strangers, we're foreign. Yeah, we look like them, but we're different. Okay, because they don't accept us. They don't accept what we're about. Neither should we accept them or what they're about, because for what? Yahweh Shai has chosen us. Okay, Lord's will we be chosen. He called us, Lord's will we be chosen. Next verse, beloved, now are we the sons of the Most High, and it doth not yet appear what we shall be. But we know that when He shall appear, we should be like Him, for we should see Him as He is, man. Okay, and when Yahweh Shai comes back with His glory, with His spiritual power, okay, illuminating, putting these nations in subjection, okay, these nations are going to literally tremble at the presence of a Hebrew Israelite man. Okay, they're going to literally bow down to the presence of a Hebrew Israelite man. Because they know that we're the sons of the Most High. Like when you go to these Ishmaelite spots, you go to like the Jerusalem cafes and all that other shit, you know, getting the Mediterranean dishes, which is our custom, by the way. Hey, they know who we are, but see, they look down on you because they think you don't know who you are. Like the scriptures say, the other nations look at us, they wag their hand and they puff it at us. They look down on us because in their mindset, they're like, how can you people be the children of the Most High, but you're so fucking stupid? And in many ways, you can't be mad at them, because if you understood what Jake is, and Jake understood what they really truly were and what they were capable of, you would look down on them too for being so stupid and stubborn, not wanting to come back to their power, but wanting to be in league with Esau, which is a so-called white man. You would look down on them too, man. Like, what the hell is wrong with these people? Why should we respect them when they're not taking their proper leadership to rule the earth? Because these heathens are waiting for us to get in power, man. They're waiting on us. But you, Jakes, you don't want it, man. So therefore, the Lord is going to save only a remnant of Israelites on this side. You know, like these heathens, these fucking Edomites. They look at us like they're better than us, but deep down inside, they know they ain't nothing but the damn devil, man. You know, they look at you, they have that fake ass smile, or they turn their head away from you. Oh my God, what is this nigger doing here? But in their mindset, they're lower than scum. And Jake gets intimidated by that shit, man. I see Jake switch up their whole demeanor around so-called white people. Yeah, he was the biggest nigga of the nigga and niggerdom, but all of a sudden Esau comes around. Now this nigga want to be all proper like. Matter of fact, let's get this, man. Jeremiah 2, and I'm going to start at 33. It says, why trimmest thou thy ways to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy way, man. You know, that perpetrating spirit. Well, I'm a perpetrator. I'm going to act like this so they can like me, man. Nah, man. You ain't got to be Clark. I mean, be who you are. Be circumspect, of course, when you at work. Be Clark Kent. Play the role. But at the same time, man, don't change who you are for these people. Okay, like if Jake don't want to accept you, man, you know, you got family members, relatives, and they think that you lame or you a square or you just different or you don't fit in, then so fuck them, man. Good you don't fit in with them because, hey, shit, fuck that majority rule shit, man. It's good to be different because the masses are going to be destroyed. Okay, it says, why trimmest thy ways to seek love? Meaning, why tone your vibration down to seek love from these people? And stop letting these people make you brothers out there feel that you're not worthy to even speak or be around. Okay? Because, you know, like I said, Keisha's quick to write you off because you ain't so-called hip or you ain't a thug nigga in the street no more. You ain't selling drugs or you don't appear to be what the TV or what the Hollywood push the image of the black man out there. Don't let the fact that you were written off by your own people make you feel inferior to them because you're not. All right. This is 1 Corinthians 4, and I'm going to start at verses 10. It says here, 9, it says, for I think that the Most High have set forth us the apostles last, which apostle means to send forth. It says, as it were appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels and to men. And when you look up spectacle, that's something that means to gaze upon. Look at what admonishment. Okay. And when people look at us, they look at us like, what the hell are these guys doing? Like I was speaking to the brothers 2 weeks ago at the camp. I made a point. I said, brothers, we're out here and we're speaking to the camera. And sometimes it look like we're speaking among ourselves or to ourselves. I said, you don't have an idea on how we look to these people. To these people, we look like a bunch of crazy people, man. A spectacle, meaning outcasts, man, being ostracized. And that's okay because we embrace it. I love it. I love being the polar opposite of these people, man, because you know what? The big I told you so is coming, and the big I can't wait is coming. Like I just know our moment gonna come, and when it comes, it's gonna come hard, man, and ain't nobody gonna be able to deny that shit. You know, I can't wait, and you can feel it. Like my man Phil Collins, he said, I can feel it in the air tonight. You know, I can feel it coming in the air. And you can feel it, man. You can feel that we're getting ready to get the upper hand. And everybody that doubted us, that looked down on us, that wrote us off like we was beneath them because they didn't understand us or they just had some type of assumption or perception about us. Hey, the Most High is getting ready to raise us up, man. And I'm going to tell you like this, the fickle of you brothers, the lowest of the brothers, man. Because the scriptures say he is feeble among you should be like David. And David shit was damn near on God status when it came to warrior shit. And it says in the house of David should be like God, man. And we just read in 1 John, the 3rd chapter on how we're going to be like the Lord until he appear. All right. So it says here, we are fools for Yahweh's sakes because we are fools. OK, because we do things that's out of the norm and people don't understand our ways. Like it tell you in Wisdom of Solomon, it says his ways of another fashion. OK, it says we are fools for Yahweh's sake, but ye are wise and the anointed. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised. Yeah, we are honored by certain people. The brotherhood, they honor us, but among the world, we're despised. We looked at as like a bunch of crazy people, a bunch of weird people. Okay, a bunch of people that have no life, have nothing going for ourselves. We're too different. We're too averse. The way we're aggravated at them, they're aggravated at us because they're like, okay, why y'all ain't doing the shit we doing? Why y'all got to be so difficult? Why can't you just break rank and just have a traditional marriage through the state? Why don't you want to have 10 kids? Why don't you want to just sell it out to the white man? Why you got to be against everything and make it difficult for my life? That's how they look at us, man. Because we go against the grain. And that's okay. Okay. But it says we are despised. Even into this present hour, we both hunger and thirst and are naked and are buffeted and have no certain dwelling place. And our labor, working with our own hands, being reviled, we bless, being cursed, persecuted, we suffer it. Because we are suffering the 2/3. We're suffering Esau. You even suffering certain men in this truth that's coming against us. Okay, but being defamed, we entreat. We are made as the filth of the world and as the offscourging of all things into this day. So when people look at you, sometimes they look at you like, why are you talking to me, man? You a waste of time. We have nothing to relate to. Why are you even talking to me? For what? You know, like I said, when I deal with people, it's two extremes. I either deal people, either they fuck with me on a whole nother level, or they just don't fuck with me at all and just kind of just, we don't deal, we don't talk. You know, I got people that love me and people that just totally despise me. And most people that despises me, and you know, other brothers as well, because it's not about me, but I'm giving the example, is because they can't figure me out. You know, they can't figure out Jake. They just don't know how to figure you out. So therefore they become discouraged and they feel like, well, this nigga think he better than us. And I'm glad niggas think like that. I'm glad you people out there think that we're better than you, because you know what? We are fucking better than you, man. Because you ain't got your Yahweh Shai. Okay, and like I said, we're not saying it to be pompous or to brag, but you niggas think you're better than us. So, hey, didn't the Most High tell Ezekiel to make thy face hard against their face? Because their heads are harder than flint. These niggas are hard-headed. They're totally averse to us, man. They averse to the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And the Most High hates the 2/3 right now. So the Most High don't want you to feel beneath these niggas, man. What they got to offer? Nothing but a death culture. Black culture is death, man. All right. Let me get this in the pocket. Matter of fact, Fame Land. Zephaniah 3:19. I'm gonna come back to that one. Let's get this in Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon 2. And I'm gonna start at verses. Let's start at verses 10. It says, let us oppress the poor righteous men, and let us not spare the widow, nor reverence the ancient gray hairs of the age. Let our strength be of the law of justice, for that which is feeble is found nothing to be worth. Right. See, because you have a different dynamic about you, a different personality. You may be a soft-spoken brother. You may don't really speak up too much around people you're not familiar with. They write that off as being weak. Okay, it says, for that which is feeble is found to be nothing worth. So, you know, if you ain't, like, just say if you got a group of people you go out with and you ain't the life of the party and you kind of play the backdrop, everybody else is just a bunch of niggas and acting stupid, they'll write you off because they feel that you're weak and that you're afraid and that you have no confidence, not knowing that you're just success in the situation. That's why it says his feeble is found to be nothing worth. Therefore, let us lie in wait for the righteous, for he is not for our turn. He is clean contrary to our doings, right? Because Jake is into the drug culture, they're into black culture. We're perverse to that. Okay, we're not dealing with that. Okay, like black women, they like hood niggas. They like niggas that's in the streets. They like thugs. Okay, we ain't doing that shit no more. We're different men. Okay, so therefore Keisha writes you off like you're beneath her because you can't tame her aggressive nature by being pretty much an introvert. All right, but like I said, you can't let that destroy your confidence, brothers, because, hey, you don't need the black woman, and I'm just using her as an example. Okay, same thing with the Latin woman, with all these demons. All right, and it says he is clean contrary to our doings. He upbraided us with our offending the law and objected to our infamy, the transgressions of our educations, which is this society that's based on liberalism. Okay, being liberated, basically the Epicurean lifestyle. It says he professed to have knowledge of the Most High. Oh, he think he a man of the Lord. He know about God, huh? And he called himself a child of the Lord. But he was made to reprove our thoughts. But he is grievous unto us to even behold. Because when they see you, they see something different about you. And they don't like it because they can't vibe with it. It says, for his life is not like other men's. His ways are of another fashion. Okay? They see you keeping the Passover. They see you keeping the Shabbat. You know, you go out, you're speaking. Okay? You pray, you take your head off. You ain't eating pork. You the only weirdo at the job. When they having cookouts and dinners, you the only one that can't eat the pork. So they got to spend money on a whole different dish because you don't eat pork, being an eyeball. They'll do it because they don't want to be, you know, they don't want to get a discrimination suit filed against them. But back of their mind, they look at you kind of weird like, nigga, what you mean you don't eat pork? You know? And it says here, we are esteemed of him as counterfeits. He abstained from our ways as from filthiness, and he pronounced at the end of the just to be blessed, and make it his boast of the Most High his fathers. So let us see if his words be true, and let us prove what shall happen to the end of him. That's right. Because they don't believe what we're saying. They don't really believe we're the men of the Lord. That's just us talking shit. They got to see it to believe it. That's why this scripture here, and this is coming to pass as we speak, Zephaniah 3, and I'm going to start at verses 18. It says, I will gather them that are sorrowful from the solemn assembly. For the solemn assembly, that solemn assembly is going to be that new Passover, man. Okay? The new Passover when Babylon gets destroyed. It says, who are of thee, to whom the reproach of it was a burden. But behold, at that time I will undo all that afflict thee, and I will save her that halted, and gather her that was driven out, and I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame, man. Okay? So, hey, brothers, we getting ready to get that fame, okay? And not in a, I'm not saying in a like a way that we just gonna be just a bunch of wicked niggas. No, we're getting ready to get the righteous fame of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, man. All right, we getting ready to get that clout on a whole nother righteous level by doing miracles, spiritual power. That's the type of fame we getting ready to get that these people can't fathom. Then these women and all these other demons out here gonna be trying to dick ride you, but hey, it's gonna be too late for them. But all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And with that, shalom and a baba.